tell me a little bit about some of those conversations that are happening out there. Who at CME Groups, and besides yourself, is engaging in those conversations, and what are they about? What types of information are you sharing?
That's a great question. Okay, so we have a number of people now involved in social media. I'm not just the only person, although some people think I am. That's not the case. We probably have a half dozen to 10 people now who are really helping and active in doing all the things we're doing. So to give an idea of what we have going on right now, which might be a good segue, is we started with Facebook. So we still have Facebook. We have a fan page now, and that is really kind of primarily focused at, we have a visitor center in New York, we have a visitor center here. So Facebook for us has kind of evolved to more of a, I don't want to say a tourist platform, but more of a retail, non-trader page for us. There are other Facebook pages out there that are trader-centric that we're also working with and posting materials and talking with people. After Facebook, we started to use Twitter back in the early days of Twitter, which was, oh my goodness, 2008. Yeah. So long ago. When we started CME Group on Twitter, there were about 500,000 to 600,000 people on Twitter. And I think there's 18 million now. It's kind of leveled off, but we were kind of an early adopter of it. Again, because I was using Twitter personally, and I could just see that I was getting traders connected to me. I could see that there are other traders talking about things, so it was a nice evolution. And Twitter for us, and we can talk a little bit more, has really become kind of the centerpiece of our social media efforts. And then we use LinkedIn a lot. We have 4 groups in LinkedIn right now. We're going to expand that and add a couple of more. But LinkedIn, I think, is one of these hidden gems. When people always say, you started on social media and Facebook, well, actually not. I've been on LinkedIn for I don't know how long. Yeah. And, LinkedIn's been around since 2002, so 8 years. And that is, it really is social media. So we have 4 groups. We have 2 product groups, one for interest rates, one for FX, foreign exchange. And then we have a careers and futures LinkedIn group, and we have a group for journalists and media on LinkedIn. And we're going to add a couple more product groups. But LinkedIn has really become this nice setting for us for having some really good private discussions and private. I like to consider LinkedIn for us as a focus group. They're private groups. They're all our customers. In the case of journalists, they're journalists or bloggers. But the customer ones, we know who they are. I like LinkedIn because it's transparent. It's your resume. You've got your photo. You're not hiding behind an avatar. You're not hiding behind a screen name. You are who you say you are, and we know they're there, and we can be really open and honest, and ask questions and have people, do you like this? Do you not like this? What do you want to see? What don't you want to see? So LinkedIn is almost becoming this real-time focus group for us. And then we're also using a lot of social bookmarking. So Delicious, Dig, StumbleUpon. Some of the things we're looking at now are YouTube as another way to, another channel for us to talk about the things we're doing. So there are obviously a lot of things going on. So there's about 10 people now, really trying to kind of seed information on the LinkedIn groups. So those are very specific to what the product is. The journalist and blogger one is also interesting. We have about 160 people in that group, and the only discussion topic we have is social media. And we use this as a platform to bring what's happening in the world of media and what's happening in the world of blogging. You have to be an economics blogger, a finance blogger, or a journalist covering these topics. And really getting discussion around things like paywalls. Are they the right way to go? Trying to connect journalists and bloggers together for stories. We let people post their blog, post their Twitter ID, and we talk about Twitter. Is it a new news source? So it's become a nice way for us to kind of bridge those 2 entities. And then they have, there are other people, market education team, our product team. A lot of people are getting more and more involved.